There once was a stock that put to sea. The name of the stock was GME. The price blew up and the shorts dipped down. Hold my bully boys, hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when Ryan Cohen joined the board. The captain called all hands and swore he'll take his shares and hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Before the news had hit the market, Wall Street bets came up and bought it. With diamond hands they knew they'd profit if they could only hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. No deals were cut, no shorts were squeezed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the artist's creed. He took the risk to hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. For 40 days or even more, the stock went up then down once more. All gains were lost, it was looking poor, but still those traders did hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on, the short's not squeezed and the game's not won. The tendy man makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Oh, I bid farewell to my monthly paycheck, and I gambled it all on a GME bet. To hold with the boys and ignore calls to sell until we have given the hedgies all hell. And the tendies and diamonds are filling my mind. I'll search for the moon and pay losses no mind. I fear not the hedgie, I fear not his greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Plot a course off to Mars from the orbit of Moon, to a place where my gains grew along with my crew. It's not about greed, no, I tell to my best, but sending a message to Wall Street the pest. As the words of their dread fill the space of my ears, they're crying like children, their saltiest tears. My heart fills with joy that it's bigger than we. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Oh, for sure they will learn that there is consequence for playing with markets for his needs and ends. But when Reddit investors used their tricks on them, they screamed and they shouted while we bought again. As the sights of the rage filled the space in my eyes, for they duped us, but they won't escape us this time. We're this far from winning, this far from their greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Now that I'm staring down on the feds and the rich, I'm not sure what I want, but I don't think it's this. As my brothers stand in the raging typhoon, I hold on to my shares as they launch towards the moon. As the souls of huddlers live forever in my mind as I fulfill the dreams that they once tried to find. I look from the moon with the stars within reach. I remember Wall Street bets and they think of me. For our stocks with the moonshot forever will be. I remember the fallen and they think of me. For the hedges shall crumble and fall to their knees. If tomorrow all the gains were gone, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my stimulus and wife. I thank my lucky stars to be trading here today, 'cause we all still hold our calls and shares, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. From the floor in New York City to accounts on Fidelity, from the house of your wife's boyfriend, you just tried to make him see. From you deep fucking value and your own portfolio, where there's tendies in every artist's gut, and it's time we buy and hold. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets.
What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing today? It is Monday, June 7th, 2021. I'm your host, Ty, and this is Smarter Gambling. So, pretty crazy day today. Pretty crazy day. We're doing the show from the stock exchange today. You know, when I got the stock exchange background, that means it's a pretty neutral day. But I will say it's kind of deceiving. I don't know. I made a lot of money today. I hope you guys did. If you have growth or meme stocks, killed it today. If you have boomer stocks, like value stocks, that didn't do so hot today. But I'm assuming most people that watch this don't have a lot of boomer stocks, so hope you guys made a lot of money today. Hope you guys made those tendies. Hey Zakaria, thanks for tuning in again today. As always, appreciate you. So, yeah. Wow, it is hot. I'm sweating. Got a great show for you guys today. A lot to talk about. As always, we're going to do our stocks and crypto rundown. Got a lot of AMC news, a few articles. Then for the analysis, we're going to talk about AMC, BlackBerry, Ocugen, and Clover Health. And then, of course, we're going to get to our Yolos. So, yes, great show for you guys today. Stay tuned for all of that. Now, before we begin, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. Okay, let's do it, guys. Here comes the sirens. One second as I pull this up. All right. So, what do we got today? Well, the Dow Jones is down 0.36%. The Nasdaq is up 0.23%. Very nice there, because actually in the morning, in the beginning of the day, and for most of the day, all three indexes were down, and the Nasdaq and the S&P did recover pretty nicely. So the Nasdaq finishes in the green. That's up 0.23%, back up to 13,800. And I believe the all-time high for that was 1,400. So the Nasdaq is coming back. Very nice to see. The S&P 500 finishes down 0.08%, so a little in the red, but really not too bad. The VIX finishes even. We're still at 16.42 for the VIX. Okay, let's get into the individual stuff. So, yeah, Apple not moving again today. So AMC finishes up 14.8%, so congratulations to everyone holding AMC. Give you the money. Okay, we got AMD down 2.28%, Amazon down 0.26%, Alibaba down 0.97%, so again, boomer stocks, value stocks, not doing too great. Actually, AMC, at one point, it was up like 20-something%, if I remember correctly, and BlackBerry too. So it did pull back a little bit. BlackBerry finishes up 13.78% today, so congratulations to everyone holding BlackBerry. Give the applause for that one. Okay, Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBY, finishes up 7.16% today. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of upset about that because I do want to take a position in BBBY. You know, if you guys know me, I pride myself on being a bottom feeder. I like to get in at very good entry prices, entry points. I'm trying to get in at 30, so hopefully this comes back down and I can get in at 30. Bio-Nanogenomics up 22.27% today, very nice. Blink Charging up 5.21%. Beyond Meat up 4.73%. CCIV up 10.65%. Carnival Cruise, if I'm not mistaken, this was a hot stock today. It was trending, but it's only up 1.15% today, so I'm not too sure what's going on with that. Maybe it was up more earlier. Okay, Clover Health, and we'll talk about this later on. That's up 32.44% today. So, hey, this thing is mooning. Give that the rocket. So, Hey, if you were hodling Clover, it's paying off finally. Coinbase up 1.16%. What else we got here? DraftKings up 6.32%. Let's go. Express, another meme stock, up 15.79% today. Facebook up 1.89%. Fubo up 12.94%. Man, I should have bought into Fubo at 20. Had a crazy, it's still running too. Crazy run. That would have been very nice value over there. What it is. Got GME. GME's been kind of forgotten, huh? No one really talks about GME anymore, but it's still there. That's up 12.74%. Okay, what else we got here? Costs. That's up today, but not by much. Up 2.41%. Mind Medicine. A lot of apes like that one. That's the pharmaceutical company that uses hallucinogenic drugs. That's up 21.94% today. Moderna up 6.55%. Match is up 4.02. Nice. Microvision up 10.27%. I think this was up more earlier in the day. Well, everything was up more. But Microvision's coming back. Yeah, last week it was running pretty hot. Continuing this week, that's over $22 again. So, hey, Microvision is back. Congratulations to everyone with Microvision. Naked is up 14.61%. Very nice. What else we got? Okay, so real quick, Neo is up 4.15% today. Very nice. Wanted to share this with you guys. I did sell my Neo position today. Here it is. I got Leaps, Neo, January 20th, 2023, $65 strike. You could do the math right there. I sold 20 of them for $845 each. Around $17,000 trade right here. So, cost basis was, I believe, like 10 or 11 grand, and I bought in at 40. I added again. I reloaded at 35, and I'll show you guys real quick why I sold Neo. You see, it hit the resistance of 43. Looks like a pretty strong resistance. RSI is at 67, so it's getting overbought, overvalued, so I thought this was a good time to dump. So I just cashed out my profits there. Would have been nice to hold a little longer, but I really didn't have a good feeling about it. So I just took my profits, and yeah, nice gain there. Nice little gain over there. So give myself the money printer for that one. Low roller, I am very rich. No, I don't think so. Certainly not. I've just been doing this for a while now, almost 10 years. And I've been accumulating and learning over the years. And, you know, now I'm able to make pretty sizable trades. But I definitely wouldn't call myself rich by any means. Not compared to other people, at least. But I guess to the average American, I guess you can make the case, sure. But yeah, just wanted to show that to you guys. You know, transparency. I show you my wins, I show you my losses. That's how we do it over here. Okay, back to the watch list. Okay, Nikola, that's still pumping, huh? Up 3.88%. Nano Dimension up 5.98%. Ocugen, and we're going to talk about this more in a little bit. That's up 18.12% today. Congratulations to everyone with Ocugen. I know a lot of my viewers have this stock, so give you the money for that one. Okay. Wow, Playboy. Playboy's up 13.44%. That's a low-key stock. Playboy. Low roller. I just said it. It was a 10K cost basis, and I cashed out for 17K. So 7 grand profit right there. Not bad for. I think I've been holding for maybe a little over a month. I can't remember exactly when I bought in, but it's like a month or 2 months or something like that. So I held for a little bit. Wanted to hold longer, but like I just said, looking at the charts, it seemed like a good place to sell. So if it drops down again, I will look to get back in. I really like Neo. Really like that stock. But you can't be emotional about these things, you know? So if it goes up, that's fine. I'll move on. If it goes down, I'll look to re-enter. Okay. Palantir up 1.79%, coming back. Plug up 7.42%. Peloton up 6.58%. Man, I should have bought Peloton. I was thinking about it, didn't do it at like 80, all the way back to 110. So, regret that. Oh well. Plenty of opportunities elsewhere. Hey, look at that. Roblox is coming back. That's back. That's down 6.16%. Ride, Lordstown Motors, that's up 7%. Anything else? Roku's up 4.26%. Skills up 8.71%. I regret that one too. I should have bought Skills at like 12. That's back to 22. Man, I should have got that one. Sundial up 6.42%, still running. Virgin Galactic up 10.55%. So, yeah, all the meme stocks pumping pretty well. Growth stocks doing really well. Only thing red is really the value boomer stocks. Anything else here? Tilray up 4.89%. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. How do I pay capital gains tax on options? Well, it's the same thing as stock. If you hold for less than 1 year, you're going to have to pay your regular income tax bracket, which is typically like 20 to 30%, depending on how much you make. And if you hold for more than 1 year, that's long-term capital gains tax. That's about 10%, give or take. Is this my full-time job? Yes, it is. I've been doing this. I'm a professional for the past couple of years, but I've been trading for almost 10. But probably doing this professionally for about 3 now, 3 or 4. So, how do I pay taxes? Yeah, well, when I make quick swing trades like that, which is less than a year, I gotta pay short-term capital gains tax, which hurts a lot, you know? That's like 25, 30%. So, you know, a lot of people don't like selling because they don't want to pay the tax. But as you get better and you learn to time the trades better, you actually make more money just paying the short-term capital gains tax because, you know, you're not really taking losses like that. But not that I recommend doing that. You know, I don't think you should day trade or swing trade until you get more comfortable. But I don't really worry about the taxes too much because I do make more just going in and out swing trading than I would holding and paying the long-term capital gains tax. Hope that answers your question. Okay, let's get to crypto. All right, here is crypto. So, well, before we go over this, I did just sell some covered calls on my Bitcoin for what was the expiry? September 24th, at the $50,000 strike. So, if it goes above $50,000 by September 24th, my Bitcoin is gonna get called away from me, and I keep my premium, which is okay because I bought it for less than 50K, so I make profits on the trade and the premium, or if it finishes below $50,000 by September 24th, I just keep the premium and free money. So, okay. Trump spreading FUD, calling Bitcoin a scam. I haven't heard about that, but hey, Trump is always spreading FUD, huh? The guy claims he's gonna be reinstated in like next month or something, in 2 months. Anyway, this is not a political show, so I don't want to get into politics. But a lot of people call Bitcoin a scam. Even Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, you know, arguably the two greatest investors ever, they call Bitcoin a scam. So, you know, every day Bitcoin's a scam, and then whatever. If you don't want to buy it, you don't want to buy it. I don't care. Your loss. Do I pay monthly taxes? No. I pay taxes at the end of the year, during tax day every year, April. Okay, let's talk about crypto. So Bitcoin is, well, first of all, crypto's up 0.25% today. So kind of sideways trading. I kind of see that here. Bitcoin down 0.25%, not really moving. Ether is up 2%. That's like one of the biggest gains I see right here. Binance up 0.22, so that's pretty sideways. Cardano up 1.1%. Dogecoin down 3.4%. XRP sideways. Polkadot up 0.4%. Internet Computer down 3%. Bitcoin Cash down 1.6%. Litecoin sideways. Chainlink sideways. Polygon up 4.13%. Nice gain there. Data up about 10%. Ether Classic down 1.15. Yeah, so really not too much going on in crypto. Everything is pretty sideways or not really moving by much. Kind of odd for crypto. It kind of looks like the stock market. But it seems like the volatility in crypto is cooling off. So, hey, hopefully there's a pump again soon. But yeah, that's crypto today. Not much going on there. Okay, let's get into the news. And today it's just AMC news. Got a few articles about AMC. One sec as I pull this up. All right. So let's talk about AMC. So we got this first article. AMC's aggressive post-pandemic strategy could pay off as moviegoers flock back to cinemas. Key points. Recent box office receipts suggest that movie theaters are heading for a recovery and that AMC Entertainment's bold moves could lay the groundwork for its own renaissance. In the near term, box office revenue will continue to be only a fraction of what it was prior to the pandemic, but long term, the company's plan to pick up empty theater locations could pay off. If movie-going traffic returns and the box office ramps back up to the $11 billion a year it was generating in North America prior to the pandemic, AMC could theoretically make more money because its market share is bigger. Hey, so this is bullish news. I'm sure a lot of the apes like this news. So, you know, with the reopening, Everyone's getting vaccinated. The economy's opening back up again. People want to go out and do things. So a lot of people are going back to the movies. And AMC really is the only, like, large movie chain nowadays. And, as we've been seeing, they've been raising a lot of money, a lot of capital. They've been doing share offerings to raise money. And they're going to do a lot with that money. They're going to pay down debt. They're going to renovate their existing theaters. And now there's talk about them buying out other movie chains, other movie theaters. So, so I think everyone knows that there's not gonna be as many moviegoers, post-pandemic, but apparently they can make more money because bigger market share. So, very good news for AMC, bullish news here. I'm sure the apes are happy. Okay, next article. Low roller. Why is Wall Street bets? Well, you just canceled the message. But why is Wall Street bets investing in IMAX and that other one? They probably, and this is just speculation. This is just my opinion. They probably believe that AMC is going to buy them out, and they're trying to catch it before a merger/acquisition. So that's a good way to make money. That's a good play. When you think a company is going to get acquired, you buy into that company. The company gets acquired, stock goes shooting up, you cash out. So I'm not exactly sure why they're investing in those companies, but that is my best guess. Oh, why are they not investing? Well, because I think some smart investors are. I have seen chatter about that. But I guess because, Wall Street bets, they're not thinking about the non-hot stocks right now. They're just thinking about AMC, BlackBerry, Ocugen, all that stuff. Jesse Morrison, what's my opinion on MindMed? Well, I did do a DD on that maybe last month. It's somewhere in my past videos. But basically, I personally, I'm kind of indifferent about it. I kind of see it as like a cannabis stock. That's the way I would treat it. So, there's a lot of long-term potential. But as of right now, maybe it's not the best time to buy in. You would be in the very early stages. Especially because I believe MindMed, they're only in trial stage right now, clinical trial stage. I don't think they can actually sell this stuff yet. I said in my DD, you should probably go watch that. But I said it looks like I would treat it like a cannabis stock, like when Tilray first went public, and I showed that Tilray opened very high and then it tanked down. So with any IPO or any new company, I just generally say to stay away from it for a little bit, maybe a couple months to a year, and just see how the stock trades. And if I'm not personally, bullish on it. I'm not bearish. I'm just indifferent. But if you really like it, I would just say hold off for a little bit, see how it trades, and see if you can get in for a good price. I think if you can get it for $3, that'd be a really good price. $2.50, that'd be a great price. But I guess in terms of the actual medicine, it's that's pretty cool. That's a cool idea. There's a lot of arguments that psychedelics are better than traditional drugs, the opioids and stuff and pills. So I can see it having a lot of potential, certainly. I just think it's very early on, so you might not see returns for a little bit. And by that I mean like maybe a couple years, maybe a year or two. I don't have anything bad to say about the stock. I just think that there's probably better opportunities at the moment. And if you really want to buy it, if you really like it, just hold off and see if you can get a better price. Because right now, I don't think it's the best entry point. Hope that answers your question. Okay, so let's read this article. Interactive Brokers founder, don't short AMC meme stocks. They can soar to unimaginable highs. Key points. Short sellers should resist the temptation to bet against meme stocks like AMC Entertainment. Interactive Brokers Thomas Petterfy told CNBC on Monday. These prices can go to unimaginable highs before they settle down to a reasonable valuation, Petterfy said, warning that traders may have to cover on the high point. However, Petterfy said investors should not be long meme stocks either. Jesse, yeah, of course, no problem. You're welcome. You know, I love to entertain. I love to educate. So any questions you have, I'm happy to answer. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing that. I'd appreciate that. Okay. So I use Interactive Brokers, but I'm not familiar with the CEO, this guy, Thomas Petterfy, or the founder. But he's right. I definitely don't ever recommend shorting meme stocks or cryptocurrency. I've said that in previous shows, previous episodes. And I'm a big fan of shorting. You know, not a lot of people are going to like that, but it's part of the market. You got to short. If you want to make money, it's a good strategy to have. You should have it in your arsenal, you know, even if you don't use it, you should know how to do it. But yeah, I've said before, don't ever short meme stocks. Don't ever short cryptocurrency, because that stuff is just so unpredictable and nobody knows what's going to happen. So if you do get caught in, you know, imagine you were shorting AMC, you know, and we've seen statistics, you know, like short sellers have lost billions of dollars on the meme stocks the past couple of weeks. This guy's right. He's absolutely right. I agree. Never short meme stocks. Don't short cryptocurrency. Now, about being long, I mean, I kind of agree. You know, this whole diamond hands hodl, right? I joke about it. It's a theme of the show. In reality, should you do it? Yes, sometimes. But you have to know when to sell. You got to know when to sell. So, you know, like if I was an AMC, I didn't catch it, unfortunately, but I would have been out, you know? I would have been out at like 50, 60. I mean, it's still there, but nobody knows how this thing is going to go. So I would have taken my profits, get out of there. I'm not with the whole diamond hands. Did I see Hot Chicks Reporter video? You mean Yanette Garcia, the weather girl? The Mexican weather girl? You talking about her? There's someone who posts that a lot. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. Jesse, well, I appreciate you. I appreciate that for subscribing. Yeah, you know, I've been doing this almost 10 years. I'm a professional now. So, you know, happy to teach, happy to educate. And I'm not making content for money, although I'd like to eventually. But I do this because I enjoy it. I like teaching, and I like entertaining. Doing Bitcoin call position? Do you mean buying calls or selling calls on Bitcoin? Because I just sold calls on Bitcoin. But it's covered, so I'm not gonna get wrecked if things go bad. But it can be if you sell naked. Yeah, Jeanette Garcia, yeah, she's pretty hot, huh? You know her boyfriend, he was a professional Call of Duty player, and he left her so he could focus on his gaming career. I mean, yeah, no comment on that. Buying calls on Bitcoin. Yeah, you can get wrecked, but you know when you buy options, you should know at least the risk you're taking, and at least you're limited to loss. You know, it's not like shorting or selling naked where you expose yourself to unlimited loss potentially. Um, but you know, if you just buy, the worst that can happen is it goes to zero and you lose your whole investment. You can't go in the negative. So you can get wrecked, but you can get more wrecked doing other strategies. So it's not the worst thing in the world. You heard 150 times leverage is bad. Yeah, any leverage is bad, man. Especially 150 times leverage. I actually talked about that maybe like last week or 2 weeks ago. Um, Part of the reason why for the big correction down from like 60K down to 30 was because there were a lot of accounts who took out like 100 times leverage on their crypto, and then they all got margin called, you know, causing a domino effect, and that's why crypto tanked so hard so fast. I believe like $2 billion or something of crypto got liquidated. They got margin called. So yeah, I definitely don't recommend buying on margin or making plays on leverage. And I had to learn that the hard way a couple of times. Um, I know it's kind of tempting, you want to make more money, but it can go if it goes bad, it's gonna go real bad. So I don't recommend ever playing on margin, playing on leverage. It may work sometimes, but when things go bad, it goes real bad. So like I said, I had to learn that the hard way a couple of times. So I'm just telling you guys that. So maybe you guys don't have to go through that. Okay. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I agree. Don't short meme stocks, don't short crypto, and I would have to agree with not being long either with these meme stocks. Personally, you take a position, you make your tendies, you get out of there. Um, but that's not what most people think. Most people will say diamond hands, hold, hodl, right?
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
But I don't agree with that. I think get in, make tendies, get out. Okay. Last article. Okay. Let's read. AMC insider selling picks up as meme stock rises amid retail wave. A total of 7 AMC insiders have sold a portion of their stake since May 28th, when the latest retail-fueled rally began, selling in a wide price range of $27.42 to $62.67, according to Insider Score's analysis of regulatory filings. 9 insiders have sold this quarter and 3 cashed out in the first quarter, according to Insider Score. That compares with no sellers in all of 2020 and just 3 from 2017 to 2019. Notably, Adam Aaron, who joined the company at the start of 2016, has never sold his AMC shares. AMC has gained more than 120% in June alone after a 160% advance in May, pushing its 2021 rally to over 2,600%. Yeah, low roller. People want to get greedy and make a quick buck and retire, and some people do, but most people don't. You see crazy stuff. People leverage their house, take a loan on their house, YOLO it into crypto, and then what happens? Yeah, try to tell your wife that. She's gonna leave you for a boyfriend. Yeah, and that just goes with, you know, if it's all over the news, you're too late already. You know, everyone else before you made the money, you're gonna jump in, you're gonna FOMO, and get wrecked. I've seen that time and time again. Okay, so about this, yeah, so now the insiders are selling. You know, the executives, people with a lot of shares, and you really can't blame them. You got to take advantage of, well, the smart thing to do, common sense, is to take advantage of this crazy stock price, and you got to take some profits, you know. I'm pretty sure everyone except Adam Aaron did it, and it'd look kind of bad if Adam Aaron did it, because he is the silverback, you know. The apes are calling him the silverback now. He's like the leader of the apes. So it would look kind of bad if he started selling off his shares. And who knows, maybe he believes in himself that much that he thinks he could push the stock up. And he did give some shares to his sons, though. I know that. But not sure how much the insider trading affected the stock price, but definitely had something to do with it, I would say. So let's take a look at the stock. Let's do some analysis. Okay. So today, this finishes at $55, up 14.8%. And I see in the aftermarket it is going up a little bit. Okay, so some new lines of support and resistance are forming here. I already drew them. So right now, it's trading between this rectangle, this sideways channel, of about 58 and... what is this? 51.50. We'll just call it 58 and 51. So if it breaks 58, the next level of resistance would be 62. And if it breaks 62, this can go all the way up to the all-time high of 72.62. Now, if this goes to the downside, the next level of resistance would be 51. And if it breaks 51, this can go all the way back down to the next level of support of, we'll just call it 38. But there might be some more lines of resistance and support there. Just can't really draw them because there's not much data to go off of yet. So, you know, this is a pretty wide channel here. So, I do think there are more levels of resistance or more levels of support. I can't draw them because there's no data. But, you know, in the next few trading sessions, maybe we can see more data and we can get a better idea of where this is going. Low roller. You talking about the CEO? Yeah, he could. That'd be the smart thing to do. But, you know, like I said, I think it's more for public image. It wouldn't look good if the CEO, the leader, you know, the guy directly talking to the shareholders on Twitter, it would look pretty bad if he sold his shares. I'm pretty sure that would cause like a domino effect of like just massive selling. That'd be pretty bearish. Okay, RSI is at 76, so still in overbought territory, overvalued territory, but it is coming back down to normal. So, and the volume is decreasing slowly every day. So, just looking at the technicals, this does appear like it's going to continue to pull back, but that's just going off the technicals. You know, this is a meme stock. Anything goes with meme stocks. It's unpredictable. So, yeah, really not much to say other than that. Quick recap. It's at 55. If it goes to the upside, it can hit 58. If it breaks 58, it's on to 62, then 72.62. If it's to the downside, it can hit 51. And if it breaks 51, this can go all the way back to 37.50. Jesse, did I cover BlackBerry? No, I did not. That is next. Do I have safer investments like S&P 500 ETF? You mean like SPY? Or S&P? Well, personally, no, I don't. Not that you shouldn't, but I do have a little bit of a risk appetite. I do make more risky plays. I usually just go for individual stocks, and I sell covered calls on them, and I buy leaps on them. I just don't buy FDs, you know. Options are fine. I love options. Just don't buy FDs. That's really stupid. And, you know, we've seen plenty of examples of that in the Yolos. But it's not a bad idea to buy, you know, ETFs, SPY, or QQQ, you know, ARK funds, index funds. All that stuff is really good, especially for beginners, until you really get more experience and get more comfortable, and you're okay with, you know, risking more money and you accept losing money. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with ETFs and index funds and you know, SPY and stuff like that. So no, I personally don't do that, but it's a good strategy. I think everyone should do it, or that should be in your arsenal. You know, that should be a strategy that you know how to do and include sometimes. Okay, now let's get to BlackBerry. Okay, here is BlackBerry. Finishes 15.77 today, $15.77. I'll give that the money. Okay, so that's 13.78%. That's up today, and I see in the aftermarket it is climbing higher. It's past 16 now. It's at 16.12, 16.13. So, last week I said that I predicted that this would consolidate between 14 and 12 for a little bit before we see another breakout. Maybe I was incorrect in saying 14 and 12. Maybe it's actually 16 and 14. But this does look like consolidation to me, quite honestly. I don't think this is going to break past 20, which was where it went last week. I think we're in a consolidation phase. Don't hate me, guys. Again, this is a meme stock, so anything can happen. I might be wrong. But just looking at the technicals, looking at the charts, this does seem like it's pulling back, and the rest of the meme trade is going to pull back. So, if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 18, then 19, 1950, and 20. You know, pretty narrow channels there. If this goes to the downside, this can go to 14. If it breaks 14, it can go to 12. And if it breaks 12, it can go all the way back to like 950. But I really don't think it's going to go below 12. RSI is at 75, so this currently is overvalued, overbought, according to the technicals. And the volume, actually the volume's picking back up. That's kind of weird. But I guess average volume is falling. So, you know, this little, I don't know what you call it, this like parabolic run, it looks similar to the first time. In round one, if you follow my cursor, here's round one, now we're in round two. Looks similar, right? So, I personally think that it's going to pull back and consolidate for a little bit until it breaks out again, which is probably in a couple of months. Meme Mania round 3. But I really don't think this is going to break 20. I don't think it's going past where it was last week. We see the cup and handle forming. Cup has formed, and I believe right now the handle is forming. So once the handle is complete, then I expect a breakout to the upside. And maybe then it'll go past 20, and maybe it'll go past 30. But honestly, I think, and this is just my opinion, not financial advice, I think that Meme Mania is cooling off. I think we're kind of in the late stages of Meme Mania round 2 right here. Been thinking about pulling Dogecoin for BlackBerry. Well, personally, I don't think buying BlackBerry right here is the greatest entry point. Not saying that you shouldn't, but you know, I'm all about buying the dip. This is not a dip. This is a top. That would be FOMO, and I always advise don't FOMO. Not sure when you bought Doge at, but if you bought it relatively low, maybe it's worth holding Doge instead of selling that for BlackBerry. Because if you entered BlackBerry here, that'd be at like a, you know, pretty high point. You know, like I just said, the RSI is at 75, so that indicates overbought, overvalued. So you really don't want to FOMO into something when it's overbought and overvalued. And again, this is a meme stock, so I may be incorrect. No one can predict what's going to happen. But, you know, the time to get into BlackBerry was like 10, when no one was talking about it. So if you FOMO in now, you might get burned. That's all I'm saying. So again, I'm not sure when you bought into Doge, but if you got into Doge at like 30 cents, I would just stick with Doge, because then you would have caught Doge at a low, and it's better to, you know, hold on to that and cash out when it goes back up, rather than FOMOing into something that's already overbought. Okay. So yeah, that's BlackBerry. I really don't think it's going back lower than 12. And I think it's going to consolidate between 16 and 12. Maybe 14 and 12, but I think this is going to consolidate between 16 and 12. And it's going to go sideways for a little bit. And then for everyone who's holding, eventually this is going to go parabolic again. Eventually, maybe in a couple months. Meme Mania round 3. Because it seems like round 2 is almost over. Alright, what's next? Ocugen. Alright, here's Ocugen. Finishes at $10.30 today, up 18.12%. You've been holding Doge before 1 cent. Well, hey, we live and learn, right? We've all been there. At least you didn't lose money. You know, you're still up, what, 30 times? That's, hey, even if you sold now, massive, massive gain. So you can sell Doge now, but it's kind of at a low point now. I think you should hold that rather than go into BlackBerry. But hey, you did good with that at 1 cent. Funny story. I've said this before, but I was in Doge a couple of years ago at 0.05 cents, and I had $500 in there. If I held that, I would have made $3 million. But I didn't. I sold it at 0.1 cents for a 100% gain. I'm not even mad because it's just absolutely ridiculous. I think it's just hilarious. But yeah, man. If you want, you could just, not saying you should do this, but if you really want BlackBerry that bad, sure, you could cash out some Doge, and then put some in BlackBerry. But I would just hold off on the BlackBerry for now. See if you can get in for a lower price. Yeah, Zakaria, it's running. Yeah, it's running. So I've been saying that it's consolidating between like $9.50 and $8, and it was consolidating for a couple of weeks, and I said eventually it's gonna break out. Couldn't say when it was gonna break out, but I said it kind of looks like it's gonna break out soon, and it looks like it's starting to break out. So today it just absolutely blew past the 1950 resistance, and it hit the next resistance of about $11. And quick side note, I was pretty upset about this because I did want to take a position in Ocugen. Well, actually, my strategy is to sell puts on this. So for the $8 strike. So if this came below $8, then I would buy for $8 and keep the premium. And if it didn't go below $8, then I would just keep the premium. But the price went up way too high today. I didn't want to sell puts when it went up 18%. So I kind of low-key hope this goes down tomorrow so I can get in at a lower price. I don't want you guys to lose money. But I want to take a position in here. But stay disciplined. No FOMO. If this comes down again, I'm going to look to take a position. AKA, I'm going to sell puts on this. And maybe I'll get filled at 8. We'll see. But yeah, so it looks like it's breaking out. Looks like another cup and handle is forming. It looks like it hit the bottom and it's coming back up. So the cup is forming again. So this may go back to 16. Who knows? We'll see. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 11, then 12, then 1350, and then 16. If this goes to the downside, the next level of support would be 950, then 8, and I really don't think it's going below 8, but if it does, it can go all the way back to 6. The RSI is at 57, so this is not overbought or oversold. This is pretty in the average range here. So this is going to be interesting. This really looks like it's going to break out. Maybe not. This is either going to break out in the next couple of trading sessions, or it's going to come back and consolidate even further. Again, in the 950 to 8 range. Maybe it'll start consolidating between the 11 and 8 range. But it looks like in the next couple of days there's going to be some serious price movement, price action on this. So I kind of missed it. I want to get back in this, but if I can't get in, then it is what it is. I missed it. I'll just move on. Am I enjoying retirement? I don't really think I'm not retired, man. This is my job. I mean, it sure beats working. I'll tell you that. I used to work at Amazon. That sucked. But No, this is not retirement, man. This is hard work, man. I research a lot of stuff every day, and you know, I take risks, put a lot of money on this stuff. It can go bad at any time, you know. So I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I don't consider it retirement, but I'm grateful that I'm able to do this. You know, a lot of people would like to be in this position. So I don't think I'm retired, but definitely have it pretty easy, and I'm grateful for that. Yeah, Amazon, $17. Yeah, that's decent, but terrible working environment. Okay, that's Ocugen, and actually there wasn't really any volume today. You know, not compared to any of the other breakouts. No serious volume. So that's a little suspicious. You know, that kind of tells me this might be a fake out. But, you know, usually when you see runs, when you see big parabolic runs, big gains or big losses, that's followed by a lot of volume. So really not too much volume today. But yeah, that is Ocugen. This is going to be really interesting to see what happens with this in the next few trading sessions. Okay, last one, Clover. All right, here's Clover Health. Zakaria, yeah, I did see the EUA, that news. I think they're gonna submit it, right? It's not that they're gonna get approved, but yeah, there's a lot of hype about that. I'm just saying, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news. You know, seen that many times, where people buy the rumor and then hold the news, and then goes bad a lot of the time. Not all the time, but you know that's generally what the smart money does: buy the rumor, sell the news. So hey, I hope it keeps pumping. Just don't have the greatest feeling about that, but I do hope that it does, that they do get that emergency use authorization. That'd be really nice. Yeah, I can live on dividends. Yeah, I certainly can. But it's really not that much. Like, you know, I just like this stuff. I'm not. I like researching. I like going in and out. I like, you know, seeing. I like seeing results. I like seeing my hard work pay off in the form of money. I don't think I'll ever just, you know, sit back and collect dividends or any passive investing like that, you know. I really like this stuff. I'm passionate about it. I'm gonna be doing this till the day I die. So, and I like trading options. That's kind of like what I specialize in now. So it's not about. It's not exactly about retiring and taking it easy, you know. I enjoy what I do. So, and, you know, like I said, I like the competition. I like being right, and I like being rewarded for my hard work and my research. So, hey, maybe eventually, sure, I'll live on dividend. But for right now, that's not in that's not part of my plans. Okay, here's Clover Health. So this was a surprise, huh? This is well, it finished at 11.92 today, $11.92. That is up 32.44%. And I see in the aftermarket this is going up. It's at 12.35 right now, so still pumping. Okay, this was honestly surprising because I think everyone thought this was done. haven't seen talk about Clover in a while. And I did do a DD on this, and honestly speaking, doesn't seem like the greatest company. Hey, but it's a meme stock. So a lot of people do believe in this. And it appears that it's getting squeezed. It's the shorts are covering because the apes refuse to sell. They are diamond hands. All right. So right now, it's trading between this rectangle, sideways channel, of 1250 and 1170, let's call it. So if it goes to the upside, next line of resistance would be 1250. Then we'll call it 1330, then 14, and then 15. If it goes to the downside, the next level of support would be what is this? 1170. Then 1120. 1040. And 980. This looks kind of scary. I don't know. Honestly, this looks like it can come back down quite a ways. I mean, I don't think it's going to come back down that much. Like I don't know if it's going to come back down to 7, but it may. But yeah, we see the cup and handle forming. Here's the cup. The cup has been complete. The high of the cup was 1170. So I kind of expect a handle to form, which means we're going to see some pullback and some consolidation. But again, this is a meme stock. Who knows what's going to happen? This might go flying in the next couple of trading sessions. But based on what I've seen about meme stocks, that's generally what happens. Cup and handle forms, and then there's pullback and consolidation, and then breakout eventually. There's actually another cup and handle before this one, and that one got rejected. The handle formed and continued to sell off. But now here's another cup and handle. So maybe this time it'll work. Maybe this time after the handle forms, if the handle forms, it's gonna break out. We'll see. So the RSI is currently at 77. So now this is officially in overbought, overvalued territory. So just caution everyone, be careful. And a lot of volume today. It's had 119 million volume, and that is a lot more than your average volume. So the run today was confirmed by the volume. This is not a fluke. So we shall see where this goes in the next few trading sessions. I personally think that it's going to start pulling back. Maybe to 9, maybe to 8. But we shall see. We shall see. This is a meme stock. Meme stocks are very unpredictable. I've been wrong on meme stocks before. You know, the professionals on Wall Street, they've been wrong a lot. There's really no way to analyze these things, 100%. This stuff is really hard to analyze. So we're all doing the best we can do. No one knows what's going to happen. But for everyone holding Clover, good luck to you guys. Hope this thing blasts off. Hope you guys make the tendies. Being an employee, you wouldn't never get rich? You mean you're never going to get rich working a 9 to 5? Well, even if you're like a CEO, or I shouldn't say that. Even if you're like you have a good job, even if you're making like 100K a year, you're not going to get wealthy by just working that your whole life. You know, you can get rich if you, you save your money, but the stock market, cryptocurrency, investments in general, that's the way to get wealthy. You know, even if you have a regular job, if you save your money, put some away, you put some in your 401k, you save some, you put it in the stock market. Over the years, this stuff is going to compound and grow and grow. And, even if you have a minimum wage job, if you work for 20, 30 years, you can be a millionaire if you just save your money and invest it right. So, yeah, I would agree with you. I would agree with you, but I'm just saying, even if you have a high-paying job, you're not going to become wealthy unless you invest your money. Yeah, people YOLOing life savings on meme stocks, that's not smart. It works sometimes, but generally speaking, it doesn't go well, and, you lose your life savings, and that's terrible. So, the market is kind of dangerous right now. You see all your friends and family getting rich, and then you're like, oh, I want to do it too. And then you jump in, you FOMO in, and by then, everyone already made their tendies, and you're stuck holding the bag. So, it's very unfortunate, the type of mentality that this stuff is creating. It's like a gambling mentality. It's not real investing. But hey, that's the world we live in today. So yeah, that is Clover Health. Okay, let's get to the YOLOs. One sec as I pull this stuff up. Yeah, there is very, very easy access to investments now, especially with Robinhood. Um, but it just gets bad when, everybody is overconfident in themselves. They think they're smarter than they actually are. And it takes getting burned before you realize you ain't that smart. It takes years and years of doing this to actually get good at it. Um, and then you get the gambler's fallacy where, you win this time, and then you think it's going to go on forever. And then eventually it doesn't. Okay. So today I believe we have BlackBerry and Tesla YOLOs. This first one is by Stack Johnson. He says, all in BlackBerry. Okay. So this is a good one. He has 2,500 call options for BlackBerry, expiring June 11th, this Friday, in 4 days. Does it say the strike? We'll just call it the $16 strike. At the $16 strike. So, this appears to be a $620,000 YOLO, approximately $620,000 YOLO. He is up $260,000. He is up 42% on this. Yeah, low roller. I'll respond to that in just a sec after I finish this YOLO. So, I mean, first of all, either this guy is just rich or he has balls like no other. This is some pretty risky stuff here. So, I mean, first of all, congratulations. These are unrealized gains. But, I mean, just based on today, he did real good with this one so far. Now, what I would do here, personally, this is not financial advice, you most definitely have to cut this one. You know? He's up $260,000. He's up over 40%. BlackBerry, what's BlackBerry at? BlackBerry is currently barely under 16. It's like 15.90. So it's not in the money. And this has to be over 16 by Friday for this to finish in the money and be good. So there's a very real chance that this is not going to be at $16 by Friday. And if he continues to hold this, he's going to be down not only his initial $620,000 investment, he's going to be down $900,000, which is currently what this investment is worth. So, I mean, I think this is pretty obvious. I think this one is clear cut. You did good, man. I don't know what more you want. Just cut it, take your profits, enjoy your attendees, and move on. It's really not worth the risk. Like, yes, maybe you can make more money, but why risk your $260,000 gain, and why risk your $620,000 initial investment? That doesn't make any sense. So, but hey, this is Wall Street Bets we're talking about. People don't like to sell, so we'll see what happens. But personally, I think it's pretty obvious you have to cut this one. This is an extremely successful trade, and if you don't sell now, this can go real bad. So I personally would just sell this one, and I hope you do too. So Stack Johnson, congratulations to you so far. Really ballsy play here, but it's paid off so far. So I personally would sell. I hope you sell too. But no matter what, keep us updated. Please post updates. I want to see how this turns out. This is one of the more extreme, crazier YOLOs I've seen in a while. So very entertaining stuff. Thanks for posting. Please post updates. Well, yeah, it's only 41%, and I say only, but 41% is a lot of money. But just based on the pure number of dollars that is right there, $900,000, I don't see how you can cut this, or at least take out your $620K initial investment and then play on house money. But if he lets this go till Friday, that'd be absolutely insane. I don't know. I don't know why anyone would do that, but hey, again, this is Wall Street Bets. Okay, yeah, low roller. Yeah, well, it's good. You're getting started with swing trading. I'm a swing trader. I'm not a day trader. I'm a swing trader. I guess it's good practice. You're making a little bit of money and getting out. But, eventually, I'm not sure if you know how to chart yet, but you just get, you get better at looking at the charts. So like example I was just showing earlier, I had Neo at 40. It hit the resistance, or hit the support of 40, or 39 rather. So I bought in at 39. I thought that was a good price. You look at the RSI, right? So I bought in at 39, fell to 35, my next level of support, so I loaded up again. And then now I sold at 43 because the RSI is pushing 70. It's at 66 right now. So you should know when to sell. You should pick your entry points accordingly. Pick it when the RSI is low. Pick it when it's at a strong point of support. And then you want to cash out when the RSI is high and there's strong levels of resistance. So, but hey, we all got to start somewhere. I'm glad for you, man. You're learning. It's actually better to, practice with small amounts of money. I don't really like paper money because it's not real and you don't do the same things you normally would do with real money. So using real money is good, but you got to use money that you can afford to lose, My stupid ass in the beginning, I would throw in thousands of dollars, thinking I'm better than I am, and I'd lose it. So, you're doing the right thing, man. Keep it up. Keep at it. Okay. Okay, this one is by the Crypto Hound. He says, YOLO, $12,000, 40 BlackBerry calls, uh, June 18th at $17. Yeah, paper trading does generate bad habits because, it's not realistic. You're trading, you wouldn't trade like you really would in real life. So I don't like paper trading. Okay, so this guy already said it. $12,000 YOLO. 40 call options for BlackBerry expiring June 18th at the $17 strike. All right. So it appears that he just made this trade today. He just got in. Now, I don't really want to discuss. The reason why I chose this was I don't really want to discuss the play itself. But the reason why I chose this one is because this is a great example of FOMO. This guy obviously had a lot of FOMO. He probably saw BlackBerry mooning today, and he just could not resist, and he went in for 12K. So, I mean, I really don't like this one. I really, really don't like this one. I don't like... I mean, I guess the strike price is okay, because BlackBerry's at like 16 right now, so 17 is definitely reasonable. But I don't like the expiry date, which is next week, next Friday. This is an FD. I always say buy leaps, not FDs. And I don't like the entry price. I don't like the entry point. BlackBerry is trading pretty high right now. So not that it won't go higher, but the time to get into this was when nobody was talking about it. After Meme Mania round 1 and it cooled off again. That was the time to get in, like $10, $12. Here at $16, not the greatest price. So, and then you make a $12,000 YOLO here, a FOMO play, and you just put yourself in a bad position. So, I wouldn't have done this in the first place, but this has a real good chance of not working out. This has a good chance of expiring worthless. And even if this does go in the money, he's really not going to make that much money. The risk reward is just not worth it right here. So, just to recap, I really don't like this one. The strike price is okay. Everything else is not really great. Don't like the expiration. Don't like the entry point, the entry price. So, it just looks like, this is going to be a nail biter. This is going to be, he's probably going to check this every hour of every day until June 18th. So I would just say, if this goes up tomorrow, I would just take the profit there. And if it goes down too much, you might just have to cut it right there. You'd be lucky if you get out with a profit here, because this really isn't the greatest play in the world. So, the Crypto Hound, thanks for posting. Great content here. Great stuff to analyze. Not loving the play, but I hope it works out for you. Good luck to you. And please post updates. I want to see how this goes. Really interested to see how this goes. Okay, this one is by Skew Diddy. He says 7K on BlackBerry calls, checking in. And he has two magic 8 balls. 2 8 balls. Okay. So here he has 14 call options for the $15 strike, BlackBerry, expiring January 20th, 2023. So this was a 7K YOLO, and right now he's up $1,600 for about 24%. Now, I'm not going to talk about the play itself too much here. The reason why I wanted to show this one to you guys is because this is a good example of leaps. I always say, don't buy FDs, always buy leaps. And that's what this guy did here. So he's giving himself a year and a half for this trade to work out. So Theta Decay, IV Crush is really not going to affect him for a while, which is the biggest problem when you're buying FDs, is the Theta Decay, the IV Crush. It just eats at you every single day, and then you just start losing massive amounts of money. It's not a good feeling. So, strike price of $15. It's already in the money. Not sure when he bought these, but it's already in the money. 16, BlackBerry's at 16 right now. So he's already in the money, and he still has a year and a half to go. So, yeah, I mean, really not much to say about this. I really, really like this one. I really do. Everything is great about this. The strike price, the expiration date, and not sure when he got in, but it was a pretty decent price, it seems like. So this has a high, very high chance of success here, especially if BlackBerry goes parabolic again, whenever it does. This is gonna be printing. This is gonna be absolutely printing the tendies. So I really, really like this one here. This is what you guys should do when you invest in options. Reasonable strike. Give yourself enough time for expiration, and you don't FOMO in. So, yeah, really not much else to say other than that. I really like this one. So, Skew Diddy, thanks for posting. Great play here. Really, really great play. I love this one. Good luck to you. It's going to be a while, but please post updates eventually. I'd like to see what happens with this. All right, we got two more. Okay. This one is by Environmental Bed 5803. He says, I'm a virgin, guys. This is my first YOLO. Hope I'm as retarded as you guys. And he has a tag. It says, BB calls took my virginity. That's pretty funny. Okay, so let's analyze this guy's first ever YOLO. Right off the bat, this is kind of an FD. It is an FD. This expires June 25th. So, that's in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. He has 50 call options for BlackBerry. What's the strike? Okay, it's the $20 strike. So Okay, so this was a $13,000 YOLO, around there, a little less than 13K YOLO, for 50 call options of BlackBerry expiring June 25th at the $20 strike. Okay, so let's talk about this. As I just said, I don't like FDs, so I don't like this expiration here. He's given himself 2.5 weeks for BlackBerry to go to $20. Certainly possible, but no guarantees at all. I think for his first YOLO, $13,000 is a lot of money to be throwing down when you've never done this before. So I hope he's either rich. Well, I hope he can afford to lose this. You know, I hope he's rich, because I hope this money doesn't mean a lot to him, because you really should not be throwing down this amount of money as your first ever options play. That's pretty dumb. No offense. So, I mean, I guess the strike is okay, because it's definitely possible, because it's a meme stock. But I really don't like the expiry date. I don't like the amount of capital put into this. I don't like the cost basis. And I don't like the entry point, because I'm assuming he just bought these, you know, when BlackBerry is at a relative high right here. So, but I just wanted to show this to you guys, because we've all been here. We all got to start from somewhere. This is, you know, I'm not going to bash this guy. I've done, you know, some pretty dumb things when I first started trading. So, I just hope that we can all learn something from this. Not a great play here, in my personal opinion. I really don't like this one too much. I think it would have been a decent play if he bought leaps. If this wasn't for June 25th, if he bought these for like 2022 at least, this would be a pretty decent play. I could get behind that. Not the biggest fan of the entry point, but if it weren't for the expiry date, if this were at least 6 months out, this would be a pretty decent trade. But he bought these for 2.5 weeks out, so it's an FD, and this looks pretty scary. This looks pretty scary. Really risky stuff here. So, I'm not gonna say whether BlackBerry goes to 20 or not in 2.5 weeks by June 25th. But there's a really good chance that it's not going to be. And if it's not, he's going to be out $13,000. And that's never fun. I don't care how much money you have. Losing $13,000 is not fun. So, you know, it would have been more appropriate if he just threw like 1,000, maybe a couple thousand. But $13,000 for his first YOLO, that's not smart. That's not smart. You know, I kind of get the rationalization. He wants to hit it big. But as your first YOLO, this is probably not the best play. But you know, whether or not this goes good or bad, he's definitely going to learn a lot from this. And again, we all have to start from somewhere. We've all done stuff like this before. So, this was much needed. This was necessary for this guy. And he's helping a lot of other people who see this and can learn something from this. So, Environmental Bed 5803, thank you for posting. Good luck to you. I really hope this works out for you. I'm kind of scared for you. But, no matter what happens, please post updates. I want to see what happens with this. This is going to be highly, highly entertaining. So, yes, thank you for posting. Good luck to you. And please post updates. Yeah, the person wants to get rich overnight. That's the stock market these days. That is ape behavior for you. Okay, last one. This one is by Confection Bright 9530. He says Tesla June 18th $710 calls. Do I still have time? If anyone could advise. Okay. So, he has 45 call options for Tesla, expiring June 18th, 1.5 weeks, at the $710 strike. This was a... What is this? This was a $64,000 YOLO. We'll just call it 64,000. $64,000 YOLO, 64K. And he's already down 60K. He's down 94.4% on this. So, he wants advice. What should he do here? Well, what's Tesla at? Okay. So, Tesla is currently at $600. So for this to go in the money, this would have to go about 20% in... He would need a 20% gain in 1.5 weeks. This is not a meme stock. Tesla is not a meme stock. So, we can't expect anything super crazy like that. It looks very, very unlikely. Not saying that it won't happen. It just looks very, very unlikely. So, I mean, at this point, the damage has already been done. But he still has $3,500 in equity here. That's a lot of money to most people. That is a lot of money. You can do a lot of things with $3,500. And it's really not looking good. So, I think the best thing to do would be just to cut. The longer you hold this, data decay is going to eat at you. You're probably going to lose a couple $100 every single day if you continue to hold this. Yeah, I mean, I think the obvious thing to do is to cut this one. $3,500, a lot of money. There's no reason why you should just let that go to waste. And it's already a loss, already a terrible loss. This has to hurt a lot. But if you don't cut this one, you're going to be down another $3,500. And maybe that's really not too much to this guy, because maybe he's desensitized already to the amount he lost. But again, $3,500 is a lot of money. You can do a lot with that. So unless you want to lose that too, have to cut. You have to cut this right here. So yes, if anyone could advise, that's my advice. Not financial advice, but best thing to do here is to cut. 20% gain in 1.5 weeks, very, very unlikely. This is not looking good at all. So save yourself the $3,500. Move on. Try to make the best of the situation. So, Confection Bright 9530, thank you for posting. Sorry for your loss. This is really, really disgusting. I hate to see this for you, man. But I hope you sell. I hope you take out the remainder of your equity and do something else with that. You know, try to make tendies elsewhere. So, good luck to you. Thank you for posting. And please post updates. He can use $3,500 to YOLO on AMC. Oh, after losing 60 grand, I'm not sure if that's the best idea. Maybe you should be more conservative, you know, and not go gamble your money after just losing 60 grand. Alright, guys, that's the show for today. Gonna sign out now. Thank you to all the regulars for joining me again today. Always appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the new viewers. Alright, here we go. Let's sign out. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons. Shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer. Steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold, then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons. Shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer. Steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold, then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons. Shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer. Steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold, then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons. Shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer. Steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold, then.